First half we defended well enough to win, but we turned it over too much. Really kept us from getting the separation we probably could have gotten in the first half had we not turned it over, I believe 9 times in the first half. And then the second half we took better care of the ball, but we defensively we weren't on point. They really took advantage of some size advantages they had, particularly in the guard court. We had a hard time with man-to-man, so we went a possession to zone. They hit a 3, and then they hit the newbie hit the big 3 against our triangle and 2 when we were trying to take White and Summers out of it. So, you know, they made big 3s and made their free throws when the game was on the line. We had a couple good looks at 3s, and we missed our free throws when the game was on the line. And in a close game like that, that's what's going to come down to oftentimes. Well, obviously they provided a lot of help in transition and tried to plug up the middle of the lane. You know, they did a better job getting to Z during that stretch as well. They're a good defensive team. There's a lot of length, a lot of size across the guard court. They've got enough guys that can protect the rim inside. So, you know, my fear was they'd come out of their shooting slump, and you know, a team that had really been struggling shooting the basketball, obviously shot it much better tonight against us. Self-inflicted, casual. And, you know, it's when you see that length and that athletic ability, you just have to slow yourself down and make sure your positioning on the court is where it needs to be. And we just got sped up a few times, and obviously that's what they're trying to do. When we took our time and I thought made the extra pass and attacked their pressure, we got wide open shots, and then we were able to build that 8 or 9 point lead as a result of that. So that was disappointing that we allowed them to you know, play the game the way that they wanted it played for a stretch there in the first half. The second half I thought the first half we defended pretty well, but you know, it wasn't like we were in the wrong spot. You know, they were running White off those curls and, you know, taking advantage of a size advantage, and you know, he was basically getting to, you know, 10 to 12, 14 feet and rising up over top of us and shooting it. So that's when we went to the zone and the triangle and tried to junk it up to throw them out of rhythm, and to their credit, they knocked down big shots. Well, you know, we talked about the turnovers the first half, and then our maybe lack of attention to detail at times defensively the second half. But we can't allow this loss to turn into more than what it is. And that's one loss against a pretty good basketball team. So, you know, Middle Tennessee obviously lost today, and they're feeling kind of like we are, and they'll be hungry to, you know, come back and play not very long from now. So, you know, we've got to tee it up here in about 19 hours, so we don't have very long to feel sorry for ourselves. And we've been a really good free throw shooting team, really the whole year. So, you know, we made, I think we were 3 of 6 the second half, and one of those was the front end of a one-on-one, I think, when we were down 1. So we had a chance to get that lead right back. So, you know, you tip your hat to them. They had a couple good looks at 3s. The one newbie hit was not any more open than the one that we missed on the other end in the same situation. So we missed ours, they made theirs. They made their free throws, we missed ours. It's pretty simple. You know, it's a good event. I've been part of a lot of Maury's events and have always been impressed. They're well organized. You know, we've been treated wonderfully since we first got here. Officiating was good, you know, so I mean, you can't ask for anything more, and you know, we're always going to travel pretty well, so it was great to have the crowd on our side. Unfortunately, we couldn't treat them to a victory.